it truly is one of the real advantages and gifts, I think, of having been part of the VCA board, to be able to get to know John Cook in a more personal way. He really is one of the giants in Virginia counseling, and it's nice that he's here in spirit with us at the very least. But we are ready now to move on to our keynote panel, and I've been very excited about this as well, because we have been able to put together a panel of other giants in the counseling profession in Virginia. When we were deliberating about this keynote presentation, the John Cook presentation, we discussed who in Virginia has contributed to the counseling profession in a significant way. And again, we have led the way so many times in Virginia nationally. The list just kept getting longer and longer for who we could look to for an engaging discussion and good conversation. We ultimately decided that the best thing to do was to put together a panel of folks that had contributed in a significant way to establishing this healthy foundation of the counseling profession in Virginia and across the country, and I'm pleased to be able to introduce them to you today. Beginning with our first panelist, Etta Jane Hall is a counselor. Etta Jane is recently retired as the supervisor of elementary counseling and related services in Prince William County. She has 40 years of experience as regular and special education teacher at all 3 levels, as an elementary counselor, and as a counseling supervisor. Etta Jane is a member of ACA, ASCA, VCA, VSCA, and the Prince William Regional Counseling Association. She served the counseling profession in Virginia as president of PWRCA, vice president of post-secondary for VSCA, the VCA awards co-chair, and currently serves on the board of directors of the VCA Foundation as the VSCA Interprofessional Relations and Ethics Chair. And in 2009, she was awarded the prestigious John R. Cook Award by the Virginia Counselors Association. Etta Jane has been also married for 46 years to the same lucky guy, John, has 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren. Please welcome to the stage Etta Jane Hall. Linda Grubba is a counselor. Linda has continuously served on the boards of either VCA, VSCA, VACES, or the Williamsburg Area Counseling Association since 1987. She has worked on Department of Education panels, helped plan 4 VCA conventions, attended nearly every VCA legislative day, and has served on just about every committee possible. In 2009, VCA awarded her the William Van Hoos Career Service Award. In her spare time, she works as a counselor in an elementary school and serves as the counselor supervisor for Campbell County Schools. She's been a teacher at all levels, including graduate school with Williamsburg College. Her counseling career has spanned elementary, middle, and high school, and her specialties within this profession include emotional education, parent education, and play therapy. Please welcome Linda Grubba. Dr. Rick Broussard is a counselor. Rick is a professor in the counselor education program at the College of William & Mary and is the coordinator of the addictions emphasis for the community counseling specialty. He has almost 40 years of experience as a counselor and counselor educator. He's been a member of the Virginia Board of Counseling, chair of the National Board for Certified Counselors, and chair of the Virginia Department of Health Professions Impaired Professionals Program. Recently, Dr. Broussard served on the KCREP Standards Revisions Committee, the SRC, helping to craft standards of excellence for counselor education programs across the country. He has since joined the KCREP Board of Directors and the board for the International Registry of Counselor Education Programs. Dr. Broussard has been active in promoting the counseling profession internationally and has worked with counselors and counselor educators on every inhabited continent. He apparently neglects penguins in Antarctica. He has taught ethics in Romania and St. Lucia. His licenses and certifications include the LPC, the Licensed Substance Abuse Treatment Professional, the National Certified Counselor, and the NBCC Master Addictions Counselor Certification. In 1998, he received the Virginia Counselor Association William Van Hoos Award. In 2008, he received the Chi Sigma Iota Thomas J. Sweeney Professional Leadership Award, and in 2009, along with the KCREP staff and other members of the SRC, received the ACES Robert O. Strickland Award for Excellence in Standards. Please welcome Dr. Rick Broussard. Dr. Ted Remley is a counselor. Ted holds a Batten Endowed Chair in Counseling at Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia, where he's the director of the Keynote accredited counseling master's and PhD program. In the past, he's coordinated counseling graduate programs at George Mason University, Mississippi State University, and the University of New Orleans. He holds a PhD in counselor education from the University of Florida and a law degree from Catholic University, Washington, D.C. He has the distinction of being one of the lawyers I like. It's a short list. He is a licensed professional counselor in Virginia, Louisiana, and Mississippi. As a member of the bar in Virginia and Florida, has served as a school counselor, college counselor, U.S. Army officer, and has had a private practice in both counseling and in law. He is a former executive director of the American Counseling Association and a past president of VCA. Dr. Remley has chaired the Counseling Licensure Board in Virginia and Mississippi, has served on the board in Washington, D.C. and Louisiana. In addition, Dr. Remley was on the Virginia Counseling Association Government Relations Committee when Virginia became the first state in the nation to pass the counselor licensure bill in 1976. Please welcome Dr. Ted Remley. Dr. Bob Cade is a counselor. Bob arrived at the University of Virginia as a counselor educator in 1968 and retired after 40 years in 2008. He's still an active member of the Journal of Counseling and Development editorial board, a member of the CCD board of directors, and KPREP visiting team chair. Bob is a past president of VCA and was honored by receiving the William Van Hoos and John Cook Awards from VCA. Bob is a board member of the National Board for Certified Counselors for 6 years and served as a chair from 1996 to 1997. Chi Sigma Iota, the Counseling Honor Society, presented to Bob the Thomas J. Sweeney Professional Leadership Award, the American Counseling Association Conference in Montreal. Bob's publication areas and research interests have been on topics of ethical issues in counseling, the counseling relationship between spirituality and counseling, and the uses of internet in counselor education. Dr. Cade is a licensed professional counselor and national certified counselor. In 1976, Bob assisted Dr. Carl Swanson in the successful effort for Virginia to become the first state to offer a licensed professional counselor credential. Bob is active in the community activities of his church and is a 14-gallon blood donor, though I assume not all at once. His pleasure activities include reading, minor league baseball, and being a grandfather to 4 granddaughters. Please welcome Dr. Bob Cade. I have referenced already the year 1976 as the year when Virginia became the first in the nation to have an LPC. And that got me to reflecting on what I was doing in 1976, so I thought I would share one last slide with you. I was an altar boy at St. Bartholomew's, a Detroit Star paper boy, and had Beatles haircut aspirations. But as funny as the haircut is, it is a rare day that goes by for me when I don't reflect on the fact that giants have come before me in Virginia to blaze this trail. And I'm thrilled to have 5 of them here with us today. From just these brief biographies, I think that you can tell that each of these individuals has distinguished her or himself as a counselor and a leader in the counseling profession. They've both witnessed and participated in some of the major events in Virginia counseling history and have helped provide the foundation for our growth.